Welcome to your bonus episode of the Gangstalking Training Manual, and this is Other Tactics. So there are other tactics which are not strictly part of the categories discussed so far. Important, that's in capital letters, important. Community-based agents are strictly forbidden from adding anyone to the list of targets. Target selection is done by Senior Control Center, CC, staff, or higher levels. You could say lower levels, but they're saying higher levels. Let's go down the list of other tactics, and then we'll close this out. Okay, so we're going down the list. Punishment of people who side with and help the target. So friends, family members and citizens who do not place a high value on community sometimes help targets. In these very specific cases, CC authorized punishment in the form of individual acts against them is appropriate. The system can arrange for these target sympathizers to be found guilty of crimes liable for civil actions, for example. This is important for maintenance of the system. Target bank accounts can be disrupted in ways which do not give the target cause to involve law enforcement. Examples: target protection can be changed to youth account, or an overdraft protection feature can be disabled, or simply steal money from the account. So they're thieves, basically. They're condemning innocent people in the community, but they're thieves and criminals and stalkers, but they're condemning you. It is called action of international banking ring, and usually at the first sums are around $50 to $100, which are taken when the target pays small bills. So this is the next one. Money is never transferred to the journal subscription or membership in a certain club, like opposition to government surveillance. So I think this means, to give it clarity, if you are in a club that is in opposition to government surveillance, which who wouldn't be in opposition to government surveillance? Money simply disappears from the bank with help of cooperating employers. I have experienced this myself several times. Bank accounts are hacked for the payment, and a new bill arrives for the already paid bill by the target, and the receipt of payment is stolen. This is cooperation with military intelligence, stay behind, NATO and foreign intelligence agencies, also against their own population. This is the so-called secret silent war going on in all secrecy. So going down the list, Appendix 4, from the total individual control technology by Omnisense. Organized stalking and or harassment, the new tech generation of COINTELPRO. In a nutshell, government sources are using directed energy weapons and artificial intelligence to terrorize, threaten, intimidate, discredit, silence, torture, and murder dissidents. In addition, security contractors, among others, are being hired as military thugs to gang stalk targets. Let's move down the list. Zersetzen. Inflicting as much pain and suffering as possible without leaving any marks. Directed energy weapon programs revolutionized this. Counter-proliferation programs are intended to subvert the potentials of a target. Listen to this. Counter-proliferation programs are intended to subvert the potentials of a target while punishing them with psychosadist techniques. The perversion of COINTELPRO are notable. The murderous and sadistic ethos of government counter-proliferation programs echoes that of the Nazis, and this perpetrator network of war criminals are committing sickening acts upon the global population. Modern-day COINTELPRO objectives. These are counter-proliferation-centered programs intended to subvert all progress, to discredit the target and or to character assassinate and or slander the target, to taint the target's image and or misrepresent the target. The next one, to suppress the target's monetary success, to suppress the target's good character. So essentially, they are calling you a criminal, but then in other words, they're saying that you have a good character. So basically, they're targeting people of good character in the community. If the target has good character, why are you targeting them in the first place? Because your character is not good. That's why. So, to suppress the target's good character qualities or people's awareness of the positive aspects of the target. Wow, that sounds like envy, doesn't it? The next one, to arrange a partner for the target or mind control the partner of the target. So like a honey trap. To destroy relationships of the target. So this is other tactics. To destroy the relationships of the targets. Wow. To co-opt the target's manifestation. To turn the target into controlled opposition in terms of beliefs and actions. To incriminate the target. To round down the target's output and audience. To marginalize the target. To eliminate connections and networking ability, to suppress the target's personality, sanitization of pleasure, emotions, and individuality, to punish the target and or to torture the target, to destroy the target's life, to stop a target from procreating and or ending a target's bloodline, eugenics, to suicide the target and or covertly assassinate the target. And lastly on this list, to cover up the targeting operation. So in other words, they're trying to pretend to make up this story that the people that they're targeting are not good people, but quite the opposite is true. Now, why would you want to do that to somebody? Because you know that they have a good character and you're trying to destroy everything about that person's good character. You're trying to steal from them all of their wonderful qualities, their talents, their gifts and abilities, their good relationships. That is what this is about. That to me sounds like envy. So the last sentence in this is a quote from Ahmed Inani. This sums everything up about this organization, this operation. This sums everything up. If you take one thing away from this reading, take this away. If they see too much power and originality coming out of someone, they either use it and siphon it, or they undermine it in order to neutralize it. And again, that is a quote by Ahmed Inani. I'm going to leave it there. That is the end of the reading of the Gangstalking Training Manual.